Okay, so uh, do you think a man should submit to his wife?
Yes, I think there are times when it's necessary for a man to submit, or compromise or choose to value his wife's insight on certain things. Yes, absolutely.
Now, you're talking about intuition and instinct, from your woman,
Yeah.
to the man, right?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about, because I know intuition is different from submission. Submission has to do with authority. You have to submit to the authority. And your husband is the spiritual head of the house. He is the spiritual and the physical head of the home, of the house. He is in charge. He's the one in authority. He is the one governing the family. So you are not subordinate. The woman is not subordinate. But the woman has somebody who is higher than her.
Absolutely.
Right? Now, so what I am saying is, do you think that one in power or in authority, leading the house, directing the house, teaching the house, should submit? Because, listen, submission is not forced. Submission is not coerced. It's a thing of the heart. A woman chooses to submit. A woman makes the decision to submit. And submission has to do with, no matter what he does, I'm going to be loyal. I'm going to submit to him, to his authority. Because you recognize that he is the head of the house. You recognize that he is in charge. You know what I'm saying? Because the man is definitely in charge, not the woman. My woman cannot be in charge. My woman is going to be the support. But that doesn't mean that she is going to be valueless. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We are a team, and we are working together. I can listen to my woman. She comes with a wonderful advice, because the women, they see what men don't see. Mm-hmm. We are busy working. We are busy trying to make ends meet. So there are things we don't really see. So that's why the woman is more spiritual and more powerful than the man, right? But now I'm talking about submission and authority, because I'm in charge. I'm in charge.
You know what makes, throughout history, some of the greatest kings, it wasn't because they assumed their authority without valuing anything else anyone has to say.
Yeah.
It's when he's able to look at those below him and say, what do you think about this? What suggestions do you have? How do you think we should approach this situation or invade this country, whatever the case may be?
Yeah.
So being at the head doesn't mean that you don't compromise. It doesn't mean that you don't value other voices other than your own. Submission doesn't mean weakness or dominance. So if you choose to submit to your woman, it doesn't mean you're any less of a man.
No, a man should not submit to his woman.
So maybe we shouldn't use the word submit.
No, use the word submit. If you understand.
So you don't think that there are circumstances where it's necessary for us to submit to each other?
No, submission.
There's going to be times where it's appropriate for me to submit to you, majority of the time. And there's going to be times where it's appropriate for you to submit to something that perhaps, I see a certain way, because it's for the betterment of the relationship. It's about the relationship, not you or I. It's what's in the best interest of the relationship. Are you saying that men are incapable of doing things that are against the best interest of the relationship?
Now, what I can say is this.
Answer the question.
Listen.
Is it not possible for you to do something as a man that goes against what is in the best interest of the relationship? And I may have better insight on it than you.
Now, okay.
So what's the problem?
There is nothing wrong with me listening to my woman. I listen, and sometimes I take what I think is necessary for me to make decisions. And I respect the women, the right women, anyways. Not all women. So I respect their views and their opinions about certain things in the home, because they come up with wonderful ideas. They come up with very sound judgment. because they are more spiritual than men. Women are more spiritual.
Yeah.
Women are more spiritual than men.
Yeah.
So they see things that we don't see.
Yeah.
And the reason we don't see certain things is because we are busy, trying to take care of the family. We are out there, busting our whatever, just to make ends meet. So we are always working around the clock, thinking around the clock, to make sure that we take care of our families. So the reason God gave us the woman is because God knows and God has seen the imperfection in the things that we're going to lack. So that's why God brought in the woman to support us and to help us see the things that we don't see.
I mean, she's literally the portal between the spiritual realm,
Yes,
the invisible.
yes.
And
So that's
the
why
physical
I
reality.
listen. That's why I listen to my woman, right? But now, when we talk about submission to authority, that's what I'm talking about. The woman is not the head of the house.
No, she's not.
I don't care how many degrees you have. I don't care how much money you earn.
Yeah.
I don't care how beautiful you are.
Yeah.
The woman can never be. The woman can never be the head of the house. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So now, if you're not the head, which means we have a head up there. The man is the head. And you have to submit. You might not like Donald Trump, but you have to submit to his authority. If he says do this, you're going to do it because he's the head. And even if when you don't want to do what he says you should do, there is a way to go about it. There is a way to approach it. Because what makes women disrespectful is the approach. Sometimes it's the approach. Now, I might tell you to do something that is not cool with you. Now, you don't want to do it. But it cannot come off me, disrespectfully. You can disagree respectfully. Hold on. You can disagree respectfully. So you can submit to my authority without even obeying what I said. But you cannot come off me and trying to, show me that, I am bullshit, that I'm saying something stupid. Yeah, that's true. So that's what I mean when I say submission. You know how to talk to your man. Like when he says something that is not cool with you. Hey, baby, I think this is not cool. I understand what you're saying. I know what you want to do, but I don't think this is cool. I can do this. Do you know what I'm saying? I can really do it. I mean, I respect your authority. I know that you are planning something good for the family, good for yourself, good for me, but I can't do it. That is, respect. That is submission to authority. So you can't come off me because I said something that was wrong or I did something that is wrong and they come and start yelling at me. You, my woman, yelling at me. That's what I mean by submission.
Okay. I understand.
So
completely.
that takes me to if your husband said to you, don't go to church. I want you to stop going to church. I want you to stop going to that church. If your husband says to you, I want you to stop going to that church. And the pastor says to you, I want to see you the next Sunday in church. What are you going to do?
I'm the wrong girl to ask that question because I don't put no pastor above my man.
Good.
I'm the wrong girl. And it's funny. I love that you asked that because I literally just had this conversation with my cousin. She recently got back in the church. She got baptized. And apparently her pastor had been telling them that there are certain things that they're not supposed to do, in the bedroom with their husbands. That's against, God, or it's not in the Bible. And I was like, are you serious?
Something like what?
Like certain sexual positions that they're not supposed to partake in with their husbands.
Yes.
And I said, do you understand how crazy that is? Like once you are married and you join a man in like the union of marriage, the institution of marriage, your body doesn't belong to you anymore. And his body doesn't belong to him anymore. You submit to each other in that way. So I asked her, I said, so if your husband were to tell you that you're not going to the church anymore, what would you do? And she was like, what? He can't tell me that. And I was like, okay, let's say he did. Let's just pretend that he did. What would you do? She said, I would leave him. And all I could do was laugh just to see how brainwashed
Yeah.
that people are, how religion and pastors, these brainwash, particularly women. So you're going to submit to your pastor before you submit to the man that you chose to be the head of your household. So I'm the wrong girl for that question. No, that's crazy.
Now, let me ask you another one. If you are earning more than your husband,
If I'm earning more,
than your husband, way more
way more.
than your husband,
Okay.
and can you submit to your husband? Because that position was given to your husband by God. That position was given to your husband by the universe. It's not given to him by any religious organization. It's not given to him by any government agencies. It's not given to him by any other person except God. So God says the man is the head of the house. Now you are any more than this man. You are. So will you be able to submit to the man?
For me, the decision to submit to a man is not contingent upon the amount of money that he makes, but whether I respect him or not. Whether he has integrity or not. I think anytime that a man, if you're a man with a woman, and that woman is not submitting to you, you need to look at yourself. And you need to deeply analyze the kind of leader that you are. That you would choose a woman who would choose to be with you, but yet don't respect you enough to want to submit to you.
No, but
I think I genuinely think majority of women, if you love your man, you adore that man. You respect. Forget love. If you respect and you adore that man, you are naturally going to want to submit to him. If you're not submitting, there's something wrong with him.
no, I think I disagree with you. I strongly disagree with you. If a woman does not submit to the husband, that is your decision. That is your choice.
It's your
Hold on,
decision, but
hold
there's
on.
a reason for that.
That's your choice. That's your decision, right? And it does not have anything to do with the man. Now we are talking about authority. We are talking about. Don't forget that. You keep forgetting that. And I think
could I not?
I think you mixing some things up. Now I think you are mixing what they call it respect? With submission. Listen, you don't understand.
If I respect you, why would I not submit to you?
I understand. If you respect me.
If I respect your leadership.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can submit to me, right? Now, what I'm saying is submission is way more than that. That's my point. Submission is way more than what the man is doing. Submission is a state of your mind. Like, it's a decision. No matter what he does, I am loyal to him. I will submit to him.
No matter what he does?
Yes,
I don't ascribe to that. No. Emma, get out of here.
No, but because we are talking about husband. We are talking about husband. This is a life situation. For better, for worse. But we are talking about submission.
I have to know, in order for me to submit to a man, I have to know who's guiding you. I have to know who's leading you and who you're following.
But you have to know this before you get married to him.
Right, you do.
Before you get married to him.
You do.
Then after you get married to him, you have to submit to him.
And what happens if he stops pursuing God? If he stops following Christ's lead, then what? So I'm supposed to go in a ditch with you, submit to you, and follow you to a ditch?
No, you're not going to follow him, but you have to submit to him.
But if I'm submitting to you, I'm following you.
No. Listen.
Emma, you're confusing me.
No, that's what I'm saying.
How can I submit and not follow you?
No, listen. Now you are taking us to another dimension. If your husband is telling you to kill somebody, right? You cannot do that
Right.
because that's not good.
Right.
That's wrong.
Right.
I'm not going to do that. But I am under your authority. But I'm not doing this particular thing. That is what I call submission.
I'm not doing it, but I'm still submitting.
Yeah, I'm not doing it because it's something wrong. I'm not going to do this.
So then where's the submission
You
part?
can listen, you can ask me to rob. You cannot ask me to rob. You cannot ask me to kill. As my husband. I cannot do none of those things. But now I am still under your authority. I recognize you as the head of the house. But I'm not going to do none of these things because they are insane, because they are sinful. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, submission, that's why I said that submission is way beyond what you think. You think submission is respect, submission is intuition. They are part of submission. But submission is way more than that.
So help me understand.
Okay, I'm thinking like
Can I pull up the official
yeah, you can pull it
definition
up.
of submission?
Pull it up. I'm here to educate you. I want to twist your mind and
Yes.
make you understand some things that, because some women out there, they think that, submission has to do with what the man does. No, we are not talking about respect.
I get it.
No, read it for me.
Okay. So in a relationship, submission is about supporting your partner and accepting their influence without losing your own identity or freedom. It's about mutual respect, as I said.
Yeah,
gentle
respect is part of it.
guidance,
Yes.
and a willingness to accommodate each other's needs. Okay, I get it. So
Read that part again, the first part. Read that first part again. What does it say?
it's about supporting your partner and accepting their influence without losing your own identity.
Without losing your own identity.
I get it.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Stop there. So what does that tell you? Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Cool.
You're right.
Give me my flowers, man. Give me my flowers. Yeah, I'm So without losing your identity, because you have your own, you have your own truth, even as a wife.
So you ask me to do this impossible act. Honey, I can't kill anyone.
Yes.
That is not what God would want me to do.
Exactly.
And I pray that you have a change of heart. I love you. I respect you. And I am still under your authority. But this act, I don't believe God would be pleased with.
I'm going nowhere. I'm here with you through thick or thin. I'm here with you no matter what happens. But this particular stuff, baby, we're not going to do it. Baby, this is not good. Baby, this is going to get us in trouble.
Please reconsider.
Just reconsider. Please.
That's
Let's see how we
submission.
can, walk through this.
Oh, my God.
Yes, without losing your own identity, without losing your own truth. Because you have your own truth. Your husband has his own truth. So that's what I'm talking about.
That is so beautiful.
Yes.
I just felt a peace come over me.
Yeah.
I never understood it.
I'm here to give you peace.
In this way. You're here to give
I'm
me
here
peace.
to give you peace.
Please, I need all the peace you
Peace
can
that
give
will
me.
last. So follow me. Follow me. I'm here to give you peace. So this is something that most women don't know. They become disrespectful. They become scornful because they think that their husband is doing something wrong, or their husband is being a drunk. Every day he comes back home drunk, or he smokes, or he does this or that, and then because of that, you choose not to submit to the higher authority. Your husband is not equal with you.
Yeah.
He's equal spiritually in the sight of God, but because I hope you know that male and female were created on the same day. Do you know that? The same time, the same day, the same minute, the same hour, the same day. Male and female.
Male and female. Men and women.
Men and women
times.
different times,
Yeah.
right? So we were brought into this world first, the men before the women. And you have to understand that, listen, you are part of us. The woman was formed. We were made. How about that? We were made from the dust. And you guys were formed from our ribs. So you have to submit.
That was good.
Yes. You have to submit.
Yeah.
So that takes us to another level. Do you think we have women who are, because I used to listen to so many podcasts. They talk about disrespectful women. I listen to some women and some men who talk about women being disrespectful to their husband, right? And they try to guide the women on how to be respectful to their husband. So do you actually think we have disrespectful wives, women?
Of course. You have disrespectful people everywhere. You have disrespectful men, you have disrespectful women, disrespectful children. Like, yeah. Of course.
So let me ask you, what do you think we make a woman disrespect his man? Disrespect his man. What do you think?
What would make a woman disrespect her man?
Yeah, her man.
I think from what I've seen, typically, it's when she no longer trusts in his leadership. When she no longer trusts in his leadership.
What does that mean?
When she's no longer willing to submit, as we've just said.
Yeah.
So perhaps there has been specific actions, or the lack thereof, that's caused her pain, that's caused her disappointment. So now there's an imbalance. So now I no longer trust in you. I no longer believe in you. And so once you have that, there's going to be a lack of respect.
So do you, because I know that no woman, Boogie, no woman was born disrespectful. Do you agree with me?
I agree.
No woman was born disrespectful. Is some women are what you call disrespectful.
Some of it is upbringing.
Exactly.
But if that's the case, how do you even make it to marriage with a woman like that?
Yeah, I mean, marriage, because some people think they are of age to get married, so they get married.
But if a woman is disrespectful, again, that's why I say, the men, you have to look at yourself. How do you get to marriage with a disrespectful woman? How do you even get to that step?
Yeah. So that is very vital, because that's why I think that I don't listen to those podcasts. I'm so sorry to say, but I don't listen to those podcasts where, they talk about women being disrespectful to their men. Because to me, as far as I'm concerned, there is no disrespectful woman anywhere. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's interesting. I'm telling all the men out there, there is no disrespectful women.
There are just men who don't respect themselves.
Not that
What do you mean by that?
Not that they don't respect themselves. There are men who choose wrongly.
Okay.
When you choose wrongly because of her environment, like how she grew up, because of her circumstances, growing up, maybe a single parent home, stuff like that, the community where she grew up and stuff like that, she became self-disrespect. Right?
But choosing a woman who's disrespectful.
Hold on. She becomes self-disrespect and self-destruct already before she gets married. Now, my point is this. The reason why we have so many disrespectful wives in their homes is because of the man. Is because of the husband. Because to me, there is no disrespectful wife out there. What we have is, one, disrespectful men. Two, men who choose wrongly. Listen.
I'm getting you.
I want you to understand this.
I'm getting it.
There is no disrespectful wife. There might be disrespectful women.
I get it.
But there is no, stop telling me about your wife being disrespectful.
Yeah.
Because I do not agree with that. Now, what you're telling me is how disrespectful you as a husband is.
For the lack of respect that you have for yourself.
For yourself.
To have chosen.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Now, if your wife, because our wife is our mirror. Our wife is our image, is our mirror. So if your wife starts disrespecting you, then you know something is wrong with you. There is something you're not handling well as a man. There is something
I
you
said
are.
that earlier, Emma.
No, you said we are talking about submission. Now we're talking about respect.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now we are talking about respect. So because no woman can disrespect me. No woman. They never born you. No woman will disrespect me at this point. You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because I respect myself. Because I know my purpose and I'm pursuing my purpose. Because I don't put my woman first. My woman does not come first. My purpose comes first.
Yeah.
Before my woman.
Yeah.
So either you're doing something wrong, either you put your woman first before your purpose, and your woman, is beginning to see less of you and begin to disrespect you, or either you're not respecting yourself as a man. That's why your woman is not respecting you.
Yeah.
Something is off somewhere.
Yeah.
Something is wrong. Because if you are respecting yourself and if you're doing what you should do as a man,
Yeah.
as a husband, your wife will obey you, will respect you. If she doesn't respect you, now she's out of the door. Out. Yes. I'm not saying divorce. I'm saying out.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
So if she's out, but it's not divorced, then I don't get it. What's happening?
you can.
She's just out of the home.
I hate divorce. I hate strongly.
You hate divorce.
I hate divorce.
So you're like God.
So if something happens, I am God. So if something happens, I advise women, if your husband is being abusive, emotionally and physically, don't divorce. Separate.
You know, that's interesting. In my culture, people don't really get divorced. They literally do not divorce.
Yeah.
I know people right now, so many of them, like elders, right? Could have been my grandmother, whatever. Separated for 10, 20 years, but will not divorce. And I never understood that.
Yeah. So don't divorce, because divorce is not of God. From the beginning, it was not so. Divorce is not of God. I hate divorce. Just like my father hates divorce. I hate divorce. So what am I saying? There is no disrespectful wife. You find disrespectful wife, you find disrespectful husband.
Just a man who doesn't respect himself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you're in authority and you are not exercising your rights, and you are not doing the right things that you're supposed to do, you're not playing your roles as you ought to. Now, you begin to disrespect yourself. You don't know who you are. You don't even know your truth. You are not even leading. You are not directing. You are not teaching the family anything. Now the wife will begin to disrespect you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where disrespectful wife comes from.
I agree.
Yeah, so I don't really, I'm telling you with all honesty and openness, I don't really subscribe to disrespectful wife, because I can't tolerate bullshit from my woman. That's so true. I'm telling you about me. All the women that come into my life, they have been loyal and respectful, because I respect myself. I lead them and I teach them and I do the right thing, and they see me doing the right thing, striving to be good, striving to take care of them. They see I am just their role model.
Let me ask you this. Do you believe that it is possible for a man to be dishonest in a relationship, in a marriage, to cheat, lie, and still be respected by his woman?
Remove the word respect. Replace it with submission. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, I get where you're going, but
Yeah.
Can we do both?
Okay, now, but if you are talking about respect,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying. You are dishonest as a husband.
Okay. So you
lie as a husband. So how do you expect
to be respected?
to be respected?
You don't deserve respect.
No.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So your woman is the mirror. By the time she starts disrespecting you, either there is no money anymore, not enough money to take care of her, or either you are doing some bullshit that she finds out. Because one thing with women is this. Men think that they can play women. You can play women.
You play yourself.
You play yourself. Women are the ones who play us. That's why a woman can go out there and do some bullshit we don't even know. We can know, but we're not that smart to know those kind of shady things. But the woman is so powerful that they can go out there and do some things, and we will not have any idea. That's how powerful they are. So if you are a lying husband, a cheating husband, and a dishonest husband, it's going to reflect in your wife.
Yeah.
It's going to reflect. Because
That's what a lot of people don't
Yeah,
get.
because your wife is your reflection.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Your wife is your reflection. Now, it has nothing to do with money. Now, money aside. There are men who doesn't have that so much money, but they know their authority. They know their role. Mm-hmm. They don't mess with it. And they don't care about your position as a woman financially in the house. They still have that character. They have that dignity. And they maintain it. And they are striving towards something. They have a dream. They have a vision. They're striving towards it. That woman will never disrespect them. Because the woman see where her husband is going. He knows that this man has a vision. Maybe he has not arrived yet, but this is the journey. And he's enjoying the journey. And he's respecting himself. He's not messing around. He's not hanging out, going to nightclubs every weekend. He doesn't really, doesn't get home drunk, doesn't do stupid things, he is absolutely a wonderful man, a man of character. Now, that woman is bound, unless she's the witch, unless she is the devil we are talking about. That woman is bound to respect and submit to his authority.
Yeah, I agree. So it starts with the man.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I can't tell you.
Hold on. Sorry to cut you short. We have disrespectful women. Disrespectful women are women who are maybe the way they were brought up by their parents, by their environment, how they were influenced by the environment, made them to become disrespectful to people, right? But disrespectful wife, for me to accommodate you in my life and call you my wife, I should be doing something right for you to respect me. Mm-hmm. So there is no disrespectful wife.
And I think even with a disrespectful woman, she can be as disrespectful as she wants to be. I believe the minute that she gets in the presence of a real masculine man,
no choice. That's what I'm saying. But people keep saying, "Hey, my wife is disrespecting me." No. Listen, boy.
You've disrespected yourself, and now your wife is your mirror.
Yeah, listen, boy. Something is wrong somewhere. Sit down, go through your life and find out what's wrong. But definitely something is wrong somewhere. Yeah. Your wife is your reflection, and your wife is your mirror.
Yep.
If you say you're going to do something, do it.
Oh, my God. Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Your word should be your bond.
Your word should be your bond as a man. Like, what happened to traditional men where it's like if a man says something to you, he shakes your hand. That's it.
That's it. You should be a man of character. You should be a man of your word. You should be honest. You should be faithful. You should be caring. You should be loving. You should be sacrificial. You should do all of this. And no woman, I guarantee you, no woman will come your way to disrespect you.
Yeah.
Because, first of all, you are a formidable force. You know who you are. I know who I am. And I know the things that I'm not doing anything to. I used to tell people, and they get me wrong. I say, the reason I don't cheat and the reason I don't go out there playing games is not because of my wife. It's not because I love my wife. No, that's secondary. The primary reason, the fundamental reason I don't do it is because I know myself. I know who I am. I can't go out there and mess up. I know who I am. I am a God. You don't understand what I'm saying. I am the Son of the Most High. I am here to represent Christ. I am the light. So I cannot just go and start messing around. I am born again. I am a transformed man. I have evolved. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I think men call their wife disrespectful because they don't even know who they are or what they want before they get into marriage. They think they're of age, I should get married. They think they have money, I should get married.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
But most people don't even prepare for the marriage. They prepare for a wedding, but they don't prepare for the marriage.
How do you prepare for marriage?
I think how you prepare for
Just
marriage.
one.
Just one? I think counsel is important.
Counsel by who?
Counsel. Someone, I don't know, someone you respect. Perhaps someone who's been married for, who've had a successful marriage, right? Like a trusted mentor. I think that's so important.
That's cool, but what about that person? What about that someone that that created marriage? He instituted marriage. He created marriage. He is the manufacturer of marriage. He's the creator of marriage. And he gave you the manual.
The manual, yeah.
Yeah, he gave you the manual and how to operate in marriage. And you have not read the manual, and you're going to someone with experience to tell you how to live in your marriage. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I don't even want to know what it feels like in a marriage, because let me tell you, Emma, put aside anything I've experienced in this life, going to school, getting degrees, I have a master's, put all of that aside. Nothing has been as hard and difficult in this life for me as much as navigating a relationship. You're talking about getting two different people with different values, understandings of life, cultural backgrounds even, and bringing those two individuals together and saying, like, you're going to merge in this. That is not an easy thing. It's not easy. And I never really thought until now, I never really thought about it, how crazy it is that we're getting into these things and no one's really prepared. We're not preparing ourselves. You're just getting this broken person over here, because we all have traumas. We're all sick in the head. Right?
We are sick in the head.
We all are. To a certain degree, some more than others. And you're coming together and say, we're going to do this, and you have no idea what you're getting into. You have no idea what it takes, really. You don't prepare. That's like me getting behind the wheel, and I never went to a driving course a day in my life.
Do you remember the day we discussed about the papers of marriage, right? Cool. So, what is the papers of marriage? People don't know the papers of marriage. People don't know, they might have the knowledge about marriage, but they don't understand it. Now, this is one advice that I'm giving to anyone who is about getting married. I don't know how much you have been involved. I don't know how much you know. But I want you to understand something. You are going into something that you don't have any chance of coming out. That is it. For better, for worse. Till death do us part. Hold on. That's number one. Listen, that's number one. Now you are going into something, this is not going in and coming out. You are going into something that you don't have any chance of coming out. You don't want to come out.
You don't want to, but sometimes there are circumstances where you have to.
No, maybe yeah, that's true, but have this in your mind that this is not a relationship, your day-to-day relationship, your teenage relationship.
Oh, of course.
Now, this is a covenant.
Mm-hmm.
This is a vow. People don't understand the magnitude of that vow.
Yeah.
They don't even know what they are saying. They think it's one of those procedures or processes or the things you just have to say in order to, put ring on your finger.
Yeah.
No. This is for better, for worse. So what does that tell you? It tells you that you're going into something that
It's sacred.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's a covenant.
Yeah.
So that's one thing you have to have at the back of your mind. Now, coming to what you said about people having, two different backgrounds, absolutely correct. Absolutely true. Now, you are sometimes I'm even complicated with myself, not to talk of having someone in my life, to understand. But I believe something. If you are working on yourself every day, because we work on ourselves every day, we cannot, there is no destination. Every day you have to be better than yesterday. Every day you have to be better than yesterday, right? So work on yourself and you will attract someone who is less evil.
Who is less evil?
Because nobody's perfect. I am not perfect. So work on yourself so that you can, because I believe so much in the law of attraction. How do we attract people? You attract yourself. You attract yourself.
Working on yourself, we say it a lot, and you're supposed to. I'm someone who's very big on self-development, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've invested so much time, energy, resources into my self-evolution, becoming a better person for myself and, to be in this world. I think one thing that people don't talk about enough is sometimes what can happen after that period. After that period of really dedicating yourself to yourself, reading books, listening to, like meditating, praying, understanding yourself, analyzing yourself as a person, and really making the choice to become better, implementing certain things in your life to become a better person. Honestly, it's not talked about enough how sometimes the effect of that can be sometimes like almost like a God complex, where you look at other people and it's like you're so turned off because now you're looking at the world from a different set of lens, and you're really able to see people for who they are, and you're able to see people's flaws even more because your vision is sharpened because you've been there,
Yeah.
and you've evolved,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So it can almost give you a God complex to where you feel like you're too good for everybody. Like the time and energy and effort that I've put in myself, most people haven't done. So it's like, I don't even want to interact with you. I can't even allow myself to interact with you because I'm seeing everything so much clearer. You're seeing people's traumas so much clearer because you've worked them out within yourself. So that's the side of it that we don't acknowledge or talk about, but it's real.
But do you know that all of these things that you just said goes down to law of attraction? Yes. It happens to me too. Now, engaging in a conversation with you tells me what I need to know about you. Now, if I go on a date with you a couple of times, I will know if this is the right person for me.
Yeah.
Because I know who I am and I know who I want to attract.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, so
Sure.
now I am not basically looking at your beauty or your outside appearance or your external whatever. You drive a nice car, you have a good job, you live in a nice place. Those things doesn't mean anything to me. But do you know that there are some men who look at those things before, looking at them to be number one before they get married to somebody.
Yeah.
They want to know if she has a good job.
If she looks good on paper.
Yeah.
I know people like that.
Something like that. But
What's up with that? What's up with a man looking at what a woman's job is or what she has financially?
because I think if you ask me, those men are lacking something. Those men, they need, they're lacking something. They don't really know who they are. So they think that they are ignorant. They're ignorant people. I'm telling you, they're ignorant people. They don't know, especially when it comes to marriage, because we're talking about marriage and relationship. So they think that those factors are the most important thing, but those things are, they are superficial. They're superficial. They don't mean nothing. But because those men don't know better, because they are ignorant, they are foolish. So they put those things at the forefront. Because
Yeah.
before they even, I could remember I used to be in that kind of category. Like,
Really?
yeah, many years ago. Oh my goodness, she has a good job. She drives a yeah. I think many years ago. Yeah, when I
Wow.
was super young. Yeah, I love women. I used to have this admiration for women who are doing well.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was thinking that, they're gonna be the real deal, but I wasn't even checking their brains. I wasn't even checking their heart. But now when I evolve, I find out that the most important thing is, you know, is knowing how people think and knowing how people live their life, their character, how respectful they are and how submissive they are. That's one thing that I look out for in a woman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, before I think about, okay, having, because your job, really doesn't really mean anything to me.
You know how I read that? When a man is like, oh, she has a good job, or I need her to have a good job, or you're plotting, or she has money, she's good on paper, da da da. I view that as you not believing in your own capacity. Because
No, there are men who are rich. There are men who are rich, and they are still looking out for these kind of factors. Now,
I don't get that.
that's what I'm saying. They are missing something, and whatever they are missing is internal. It's not external.
Yeah.
It has to do with knowledge, but they are ignorant. They think they know. They don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why you can see a handsome man, very handsome, super handsome man, get married to someone we call ugly woman, but there is no ugly woman. Yeah. But, I mean, maybe you are not blessed, on the outside, right? Now you honor that gorgeous outside, and people call you ugly, but there is no ugly woman. If you're a grown man, you will know that an ugly woman is a disrespectful woman. An ugly woman is a woman who doesn't know anything, like she doesn't know what she wants in life. That's an ugly woman. Now, my definition of ugliness and beauty has changed. It has completely changed.
Yeah.
I'm not saying dress shabby or look, no. But what I'm saying is my definition of being beautiful and ugly has changed. The way you are, you're beautiful, you're cool, you're pretty. But you look fly. Now, but the most important thing is, if I'm having this conversation with you, that's when I know if you have that real beauty. Do you have that real beauty? I'm beginning to find out what you want in life if you actually know who you are, what your purpose are,
Yeah.
what you're pursuing. Do you have a vision? Do you have a dream? Are you working towards them?
Yeah. How do you treat people?
How you treat people, that's
Yeah.
very important. That's very important. You cannot overemphasize that. How do you treat people? How do you treat
Yeah.
people? That's very important.
Yeah.
So do you live with love, or you like to gossip, or you like to do, I mean, like, those are the things that I want to know. That's what makes you beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So back to what we're saying, when you look at stuff like that, how rich she is, or how educated she is, and stuff like that, you are dumb. You are dumb, because that's not the most important thing to consider in a woman. The most important thing to consider is, I go to your spiritual underneath. I want to know something. And having a conversation with you, being out with you a couple of times is enough to convince me that this is a woman with less evil. Because we all have evil in us, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect, but it will make me understand that this woman, okay, she has a destination. She's going where I'm going, right? Yeah, exactly. She has her own truth. I have my own truth, but we're going towards the same direction.
Yeah.
So you choose a woman who is going the same direction with you. So that goes down to a woman being submissive. Now, listen, submissiveness has to do with love. We're going to talk about love, but I want to tell you something. If I say I want to love you, or if I say I love you, do you know what that means? Now, listen, it doesn't have anything to do with you, because that's going to be conditional love. The same way we're going to have like conditional submissiveness. Because if I'm respectful to myself, that's when you're going to submit to me. No. Love and submission, they work hand in hand too. Now, I chose, it's a decision, it's a choice to love you no matter what you do. You can abuse me, I still love you. You can do stupid stuff, I still love you. You can disrespect, I still love you. No matter what you do, I still love you. What is that love called? Unconditional.
Agape love.
And that's the real love.
Yeah.
Without that love, marriage will not last. Because you are dealing with an imperfect human being. That's what I keep telling people.
Yeah.
So when you tell me that the love should be conditional, then you are asking for divorce. Because he's going to get your nerve.
I think love can be unconditional. However, your presence doesn't have to be.
Yes. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I agree with you. So being submissive is a thing of the heart that you decide, I'm going to be, no matter what he does, I'm going to be submissive to him. I might disagree on something, but I'm going to disagree, respectfully.
With love.
Yeah, with love, yeah. And still submit to his authority because he is in charge. You are not in charge. He is in charge.
Yeah.
So that's why Boogie, when they talk about 50-50, I don't know. There is no 50-50 anyway.
There is no 50-50.
No, that is the devil's work to destroy marriage.
Wow.
50-50
You think
is
so?
50-50 is the devil's work, the devil's way of destroying something beautiful.
Wow. I've never heard anyone put it like that before.
No, but I'm telling you, God is the one talking to you right now. I'm telling you. There shouldn't be any 50-50 anywhere between man and woman, between husband and wife.
So this sounds like you're saying if
50-50.
if 50-50 exists in a dynamic, or if a man is talking about 50-50, it means that God is not necessarily present in that.
50-50 in what
And
aspect?
the way that man's leading.
No, 50-50 in what aspect? In contributing to life, like 50-50 in bills, or 50-50 in spirituality?
I don't know, child.
Listen, I am the one to lead in prayer in the house. I am the one to teach you the word of God. That's the man. That's been the spiritual head. I am the one to lead you to God. That's the man. That's the spiritual head. I am the one. You can contribute. You can support me. That's cool. But I am the one to lead. Lead you to the Most High, right? Now, coming to the physical things, I am the one to take care of the bills. Because by the time a woman starts contributing 50-50, if our bill, probably our rent is $2,000, and the woman brings $1,000 and I bring $1,000, there is not going to be that respect at a point. Yeah, that's true. Because now, what's his responsibility? Just to make you pregnant? No, I just want to know. Just to be on top of you, does that make him the head? Just to be on top of you? I'm making you pregnant? No.
I guess.
So there is no 50-50 anyway. That is devilish. The man
Maybe
is...
he can carry the baby 50-50.
The man is the head. You should be busy, you should be busy with your purpose. You should be busy taking care of your family. You should be busy doing the things you ought to do. You know what I'm saying? So go and work. Don't tell me this is America. You know how the system goes. Man, some people have made it.
The economy.
No, I don't want to hear any excuse.
But Emma, economists are saying...
No, the fuck about the economy. I don't give a damn about economies. Listen, you might have reasons why things are the way they are, but there is no excuse. Yeah, some people made it, you can make it. The reason you are stuck with you and your woman paying bills 50-50 is because you are lazy.
So let me ask you this. If you have a daughter.
Yeah.
And she is with a man. She's considering marrying a man.
Okay.
Who ascribe to that type of dynamic. He wants everything 50-50 in terms of bills or whatever. What would you advise your daughter about a man like that to do?
I would tell my daughter, that man right there is not the real man.
He's not a what?
The real man. And I will call him because, I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm wealthy, right? I will call him and talk to him. I will call my daughter's husband, my son-in-law, and talk to him. Hey, boy. Hey, buddy. You shouldn't be doing this. 50-50 for what? That woman is not going to respect you. You should be in charge. What is your problem? My job. You should change. You have to. If he takes you to work 3 jobs, go and work 3 jobs.
So you don't think it's possible for a woman to respect a man if she's going 50% on bills with him?
No, I said you have to respect your husband. That is respect and submit.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that woman, at a point, she's not going to respect you.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you are the head of the family. You have to take care of of your family. Take care of things around you. And another thing is, if your wife is working 2-3 jobs,
She's 8 months pregnant going to work.
how dare you, as a man, allow your wife to work 2-3 jobs to provide or to support you? You don't love.
And they call women the
No,
gold diggers.
you don't love that woman.
And they call women gold diggers.
You don't love that woman.
I think that type of guy, now they're the real gold diggers.
My woman cannot work 2 jobs. No. For what? I can work 5 jobs. I can work 6 jobs. That's the way. Once you are born, you're a man, you're in trouble. Yes. Once you are in this world and you are a man, you are in trouble already.
I tell you, I'm so glad I'm not a man.
I know. That's why you can in a whole week, you might not cook in your house. You have different guys taking you out for dinner. Yeah, yeah. They will buy you food.
Oh, women.
Women, yeah. Taking women out for dinner, I mean, women are blessed. You're not born to. Women are not brought into this world to work 3-4 jobs. No, that's you are dealing with a lazy man. You are dealing with a man who is ignorant of his role, as a man in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't subscribe to that.
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to that. If you have that kind of man who wants to know how much you have in your bank account, my wife, so you have these millions in your account. I don't give a shit how much you have. I don't care. Use your money to buy makeup, buy whatever you want to buy. No, I'm in charge.
It's your culture, You're an African man, so I think it's culture. Like American culture is so different. I mean, you still have a lot of, American men who hold traditional values like that, but for the most part now, it's just so different.
That's why we have influx of divorce cases everywhere. Yeah, that's why there is no respect anywhere, because the men are not taking charge. That's my point.
Yeah.
And another thing is, Boogie, don't forget this. I always say this. He's aware. I always say this. The reason why women are so disrespectful is because they are blessed to live in a country, America, right? Because you have jobs here. You can pay your bills. You can buy your car. You can travel on a vacation. You can take care of yourself. You can do whatever you want to do. Africa, we don't have enough job for the men, not to talk about it.
And women don't drive in Haiti.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The women don't drive?
No, they don't drive.
Why?
Because they don't know how to drive. They don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So back home, where I come from, we take care. We build the house. We buy a car for you. We take you shopping. We put money in your account. We don't want you to suffer. We are in charge, and we respect you, and we love you. We go out there. We take that risk for you.
This is why the birth rate, I really think it's one of the reasons that the birth rate is so low, because I hear what women are saying. I see it, I hear it. And they just don't see the men that they're supposed to procreate with any longer. Who's going to put their lives in danger to have a baby?
I have a question for you. Do you want to get married?
I do.
Do you want to have kids?
But to the right person.
Do you want to have kids?
I don't think so. No. I used to.
That's your personal decision. But you want to get married, right?
To the right person.
Are you the right person? That should be the question, not to the right person. Stop
I'm
looking for the right person
I'm
and be the right
working
person.
every day at it.
So if you're working every day to be the right person, you shouldn't have any problem finding the right person. Unless you're selfish, unless you're self-centered, unless you're not open and ready to look for someone.
I don't think that I am tolerant enough. I don't think that I have the bandwidth to deal with what it takes to be in a relationship,
You see? So
to make it work.
so
I don't have it.
The problem now is Josie. You are
I
the
guess
problem.
I'm the problem. I don't have the bandwidth.
Josie is the problem.
I'm the problem.
Josie is very selfish.
I don't have what it takes. I think one of the things that I've realized is that in order to be in a relationship with a man, you're either going to be in a relationship or you're going to say you're married or you're going to have values and standards, but you can't have both. That's what I've realized. You can't have both. It's so sad to say this, but I don't know one person. I can't tell you one couple that I know of who's married and they have a happy, healthy, thriving marriage where he's happy and she's happy and she's safe. I don't know one. I know people who've been married for long periods of time.
Where she's happy, he's happy.
I know people who have been married for long periods of time.
Okay.
And the woman is a shell of herself.
Okay.
Married women have developed over the years more autoimmune diseases from stress.
Yeah.
I don't have the bandwidth. I think I'm going to choose my well-being, my mental health, and my safety.
Okay. I understand what you're saying. But
that man's gonna have to be an exceptional, and I'm working every day on becoming an exceptional person myself. I prioritize my self-development. I prioritize God and my relationship with God to be a good person in the world.
Now,
I genuinely want to be a good person. And so I need someone who's genuinely a good human being.
no, you don't need to chase after someone who
No, I'm not chasing after anything.
Okay, hold on. I want to say something. You don't have to chase after someone who is genuinely a good person. You have to be genuinely a good person.
Yeah.
And I am telling you, unless you are not open and ready, if you are working on yourself every day and you are open and ready to find a man, you will attract the right man because you are the right woman. I'm telling you, but something is obstructing you. Mm-hmm. Something is wrong with you. Mm-hmm. That you know that makes you to kind of be constricted. You know, like you are not open yet. You are not.
I guess I'm not.
You are not. That's why there is still this level of comfort and selfishness that you are operating on right now that makes you
I'm so comfortable alone.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I actually prefer my aloneness, like to be in solitude with myself. Like I prefer it that way.
That's what I'm saying. That's where selfishness comes in. And
is that selfishness though?
Selfishness is, I don't think selfishness is, you don't have to blow it out of proportion. Selfishness is like, it's all about you. It's self-centeredness, right?
But it's not because it's all about me. It's because I am the kind of person, and again, there's something wrong because I know I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I'm an imperfect human being.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when people disappoint me, I take it so hard that I will abandon the world to be by myself.
You see, the problem is nobody has disappointed you. You disappoint yourself. Just like what happened today. The girl that you had an arrangement with did not show up. Did she
Yeah.
disappoint you? She did not disappoint you. Am I sad? Like, am I worried about? No. Things happen perfectly the way they should happen.
They should happen.
Now you are the one who is not paying attention.
So things are like this right now. This is the way it should be.
That's what I'm saying. Perfectly. You are not the one. So I'm talking about
This is the
people
way it should
disappointing you.
be.
I'm talking about people disappointing you. So if you pay attention, you will actually know the kind of person he is or she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we all know
Do you understand
that
what I'm saying?
men will literally play the part in the beginning. They will literally show you whatever they think you want to see.
No.
And then years later, you have people, it's after marriage, you're like, who is this person?
Because
That's why they always say the person that you marry is never the person you divorce.
The problem is you. The problem is you. The problem. Listen, if you are better, every other thing will be better. Let me tell you something. I understand what you're saying. I understand. People can pretend a long time.
Yeah,
I know.
people can
I do it.
pretend.
But if you are operating from that realm, you should understand what I'm talking about. From that powerful realm of spiritual being that you are.
Yeah.
When people come into your life, you will know who is pretending and who is real. Listen.
But here's the thing.
Listen.
Even when I know you're real,
Yeah.
there are people that I know like, this person's not pretending. This person's real. But yet they are still imperfect. And so that person's gonna make mistakes.
Exactly. That's
it
different.
comes with being a human.
That's different.
And when that happens, I don't know why I am this way. When that happens, based on the severity of the mistake, I disconnect.
Selfishness.
Selfishness.
Yes. Because they think about you all the time. You don't think about the next person that he can make a mistake. And because he can make a mistake, okay, I've forgiven you. I still love you. You're not thinking about you. You're thinking about him. Just like when somebody cheats on you, that's the problem we have. Because we are emotional human beings. Now, when your partner cheats on you, what do? You get mad. What do? You want to disconnect. What do? You want to, kind of separate yourself from your partner, right? Because we are selfish. But if you are not selfish, if you're operating on the realm of real love, what we call the real love, if you're operating on that level, what you do is you're going to pray for your partner. You're going to actually pray for your partner to change. You're going to talk to him. You're going to make sure that he sees where this is wrong and you help him out to change.
I don't have the bandwidth.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm acknowledging
but we don't have this
that
love.
I just don't have it in me.
No.
I'm acknowledging that.
It's in you, but you don't want to see it.
I don't have the capacity.
That you have the capacity, but now it's about your mindset. You think you don't have the capacity. Because it's all about your mindset. If you think you don't have the capacity, you don't have it. But if you think you have it, you're going to figure it out. You figure it out. Ask God, he will give you wisdom. He said, ask me of wisdom and I will give it to you. Ask him for wisdom to operate. Wisdom is about operation. Yes, ask God to give you the wisdom. Because what you're telling me right now is based off of selfishness.
How did this turn into a therapy session for me?
Yeah, I'm a gift to you.
Yeah.
So you should. I'm telling you, people don't understand that the reason why you get angry at certain things is because you're selfish. It's all about you. The reason why people commit suicide is all about them. I'm telling you, that's what it goes down to. The reason why people want divorce is all about them. They don't even think about the next person. They don't have real love. What they have is the worldly love. So they want to get even. I want to get even. So I'm divorcing. I don't want to be with you. That's why we have all these things. But when my woman does something that is stupid, I will call her. Why did you do it? This is not good for you. I'm not talking about me. It's not good for you who you are. You are a temple of God. That's what your body is. You are the light of the world. You are the salt of the earth. Don't do that. That's not good. I may pray for you. Give me your hand. Let me pray for you. Let's pray together. But now, when somebody disrespects you and somebody is throwing his emotional poison at you, and you allow his emotional poison to interact with your own emotional poison. You know, if somebody comes here and calls me, I'll be like, what's going on with him? Something is wrong with him. I'm not going to react.
Yeah.
If I react, it means I have an emotional poison, that his emotional poison connected with mine, and, you know, it gets me crazy. But because I don't have emotional poison,
you're in agreement.
Why did Boogie has to talk to me the way he did? Oh my goodness, something is wrong with him. He's going through something. He's actually going through something. I pray God helps him. Boogie is going through something. That's why he talked to me the way he talked to me. I don't know what it is. It has nothing to do with me. I'm not selfish now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm being compassionate. I know something is wrong with him.
But you don't think it's important to protect yourself?
How do you protect yourself? You're already protected. That's why you come into a relationship or marriage filled up, almost full. When you're almost full, that's where your protection comes in. Nobody's going to tamper with your mind or your heart.
It sounds so good.
No.
Trust me, I get it.
You can do. You can listen. You can do it. You can do it.
It's not as easy. I'm telling you.
It's not easy, but you can do it. It's not easy, but you can do it. We have been in a situation where we have miscommunication or misunderstanding or miscommunication. You know, we have misunderstanding or miscommunication about something, and the way Boogie kind of reacted to the issue amazed me. He doesn't have any emotional poison towards it. He came to me with some clarification, like, oh, this is what I think we should do. And because I don't have any emotional poison, I say, yeah, that's cool. So practice. You have to practice it. You are not practicing it. You are reading it.
But there's two different types of relationships.
I understand. I have been there. I have been in a relationship with a woman.
I will run.
No.
When I tell you,
that's what I'm saying.
I will run.
So that's selfishness.
Faster than your mother can say your name.
That's selfishness. So what is love? Love is patient. You have to be patient. Because like you said, you are dealing with a human being, right? Who is bound to misstep, who is bound to, do something funny. And you say, he is your husband. And you're going to run. What for? You don't love him. That's not love. That's selfishness.
That's not true.
That's selfish.
I don't agree with that.
No, I'm telling you.
I know how to love.
No, you think you do?
I do.
No.
Because when I love genuinely with my whole heart.
What is love?
Just because I run doesn't mean I stop loving.
What is love? In one word, what is love?
It's a choice.
No, that's wrong.
It is a choice.
Love is a choice.
It's a decision you have to make.
When you say decision, it doesn't matter what comes with it. That's when we say decision. Listen to when you say decision, now you're telling me that it doesn't matter what comes with it, after it, before it. Now
that feels so heavy.
Because you're selfish. You think you're not.
I'm one of the most selfless people.
People think
I will give you my last.
People think being selfish is being selfless is just I'll give you money or I give you.
I will give you my last.
I will give you my last what? Money, penny.
My last anything.
No.
That's love.
No, your heart. Your heart. Let me tell you in one word. Love is selflessness. Love is putting others first before you. Can you put others first before you?
Yeah.
That's love.
I can do that.
But that's love. That's what I'm saying.
Now, how are you going to receive that act, though? Are you going to take advantage of that?
Love doesn't
care.
Or
are you going to handle that with care?
Okay, listen, love is perfect. So love doesn't care for any kind of reciprocation.
I'm not talking about reciprocity.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, are you going to take the act of me doing that with responsibility and care, or are you going to abuse it
Definitely.
and take advantage of
If
it?
your love is
Because you know that I'm going to make the choice to, no matter what.
but if your love is genuine with
That's
time, your
dangerous.
love is going to transform with time. It's going to transform the next person. If your love is genuine, if your love is that of Christ, for Christ so loved the world that he gave, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And that's why God, command man to love his wife just like Christ loved the church.
But see, I'm glad you said that.
Mm-hmm.
Because God commands man to love the woman, but he does not command the woman to love the man.
No,
he
submit.
commands the woman to respect
Submit.
the man,
Submit.
but not love.
Submit. Use the word submit.
He's-
Which is
Respect.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
So when why is that? That's interesting. Why is that?
The reason is because
Why is he commanding you to love me, but for me to respect you,
Yeah.
not love you?
Yeah, because women are not capable of loving.
Oh God, here you go. I don't even know why I set myself up for that.
So when I say women are not capable of loving, not that women don't love. Listen, what we can do for love, you guys cannot do it for love. That's what it means. Wrong or right?
Did you know that?
Hold on. What we men can do for love, can women do it for love? Hold on. Keep your phone. Keep your damn phone.
I need some.
No,
I'm pulling up some stats.
no, don't pull up yet. Don't pull up yet. Just listen to me. Don't pull up yet. What women can do for love, can women do it for love? The answer is no.
Not in the same way.
The
but
answer is
we
no.
have our own way of sacrificing for love.
That's
It's
why I
not gonna
say
necessarily look
so
the
that's why I
same.
say women are not capable of loving. Not that they can't love.
What do you mean?
No, what I
doesn't
mean.
it- what?
No, I am telling you. You are here. Listen. you
We're
are-
the portal to bring life.
Oh gosh.
What do you mean?
Oh my goodness.
A woman will put everyone else above herself.
That's not true.
She'll take care of everybody around her and forget about herself.
That's not true.
I've experienced it personally.
That's not true.
Oh my goodness. It is very true.
Mm-mm. Few women. Very few. Very few women. I'm telling you. Do you agree with me? It's just very few women.
I have to. I want to be correct about this.
Okay. Go ahead. Let's give her the time. And check our time. 30, 40 minutes. Josie should be paying me to talk to her about all these things.
Oh my God. What's the number? Okay. And this is old. The numbers have astronomically increased since then. This is a 2009 study that was done on cancer. 20% of men divorced and left their wives after they were diagnosed with cancer.
After their wives
Yes.
were diagnosed with cancer.
With
20%
20%.
of men.
This is old. It's a lot more now.
Oh, yeah.
Versus a 2.9% rate of women who left their sick husbands. What are we talking about?
Boogie, who took out these statistics?
Did you know that in America, most hospitals, it is protocol. They have a department in the hospital where someone is diagnosed with a terminal illness, where they have to, if it's a woman, they have to go and formally sit and talk with her to prepare her and let her know to prepare herself for her husband to leave. That he's going to leave you. But the same does not exist for men. What are we talking about? See, I like to speak facts and I like to speak numbers. When you say women are not capable of loving, what are we talking about?
Okay, now you are talking about statistics that I don't even know who, took all those statistics. But what I'm telling you is you are the one who brought up this thing.
If we're married
Hold on.
and I end up sick, the likelihood of you leaving me is almost 100%. Do you understand that?
Who lives in all these divorce cases
It's
that
not
we?
because of sickness.
No, that's I say who live.
What?
Who lives in their matrimonial home because they have issues and they want to divorce.
So you're saying who filed majority of the divorce?
Yeah.
It's women.
This
But
episode
it's
is over.
not.
This episode is over.
Hold on, please. You think you're.
Majority are women.
But why?
No, we're not talking about why.
I'm not
No.
gonna be married to you. You cheat on me for 10 years, and you think I'm never gonna leave, and at some point I'm just gonna.
No, we're not talking about why. We're talking about who lives.
But the why matters.
No, we're gonna get to why, but who lives? That's the point.
You think women want to start over? You think a woman who's married with 5 kids would make the conscious decision and want to leave and go be a single mother of 4 or 5 children, 3 children?
The women want to leave. The women we have these days, they want to leave. They want to be single.
Why?
They want to be independent.
Why? No,
Because
why they want to be independent.
you know why? You know why? Because the reason is they are not patient. They are self-centered. They are not patient. They don't love. They don't know how to love. They don't know what love is all about. Yeah. They don't even know what they get into. They don't know what marriage is all about.
Because it's a matter of literally life.
Do you know that? Do you know that if your husband yell at you and you leave, it's because you have already made up your mind before the marriage that you're gonna leave if he does something like that. Yeah. If you get into marriage and your husband, does something wrong and you leave, it's because you have already made up your mind before the marriage that you're gonna leave. Maybe unconsciously, that's your state of mind.
But I think we all should know what.
That's your state of mind. Now, there are people too who have this state of mind that no matter what happens, I'm going to stay. The reason why I believe that the reason why God say, in case of adultery, divorce, is because both of you are one. And it's a covenant. So if somebody goes out to sleep with another person, man, that covenant is broken.
It's broken. Exactly.
Hold on. So it's broken, so you're afraid to leave.
Yeah.
It's not like God is so excited about you leaving. It's not because he cheated on you. It's because of the covenant of marriage, the vows of
Yes.
marriage. You
He
know what I'm
broke
saying?
it.
Yeah.
So I can leave.
It's
It's
broken,
already
so you can
broken.
leave. So, but
Yeah.
if your husband is doing something else that is funny, which we know that most of the divorce cases we have is not because of
Infidelity?
It's not because of infidelity. Some, I'm talking about some. Some is
I
intolerant.
thought number 1 was either money or infidelity.
Yeah, so we
So
have
infidelity is like number 2 or number 1.
no, we have emotional abuse, we have physical abuse, we have any kind of abuse, financial abuse. We have different kinds of abuses.
Are you suggesting that a woman should not leave in the case of physical abuse?
Physical abuse, separate yourself. Don't leave. Don't divorce. Separate yourself. Physical abuse, separate yourself.
So she should.
So that you're gonna be alive to continue the marriage.
She should be bound to, for the rest of her life, to a man who physically abused her, who's
That's what I'm
supposed to
saying.
protect her.
No, listen.
But
If
that's another way of breaking the covenant.
No, listen, it's not biblical. That's not the word of God.
Okay.
If your man is abusing you physically, you have to leave as quickly as you can.
Yeah.
Because you have to be alive to take care of your children and you have to
Yeah.
be alive to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Leave the house.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying divorce. I hate divorce.
So how is she supposed to move on?
No, you have ways you can move on. Like leave and that man, give him room because you're leaving to give him room to figure himself out. I'm not saying leave, separate, and not come back. He might be a changed person. God might change him. So when you leave, when you separate yourself, start praying for him. Pray for him. God will arrest him one day. He's going to be a changed man. Everybody can change. Anybody can change. Yeah, that's true. That's why people don't know what marriage is all about. You have to know all these things before you get into it. Boogie, you have to know all these things before you get into marriage. Marriage is not where you go. You are going into marriage to give. You are not going to take.
70% of divorced women say they'll never remarry.
Why?
I guess because it's not what it's cracked up to be.
70% of divorced women do
not want to remarry.
Why? Because they are selfish. because they are the problem. Quote me anywhere.
Because they are the problem.
They are the problem, but they don't know they are the problem. Because when you change, everything else around you changes.
Yeah.
When you get better, everything else around you gets better.
Yeah.
So now, if I get married to you, and I am a good man, I have worked on myself, I know who I am, it's a decision that I want to get married to you. No matter what you do, I'm not going to divorce you, except on one ground. You know what I'm talking about. If you come with your craziness, I'm not going to be crazy with you too. I'm going to just walk away, and I will keep praying for you. And God that I know that I serve will change you one day. That's marriage. That's marriage. So before you get into marriage, you have to be spiritually strong or spiritually aware and awakened, emotionally aware and awakened. You have to know your weaknesses. You have to know your strength. Then you have to be mentally strong. Listen, your marriage will not work.
I just want to be rich.
Let me tell you something. Your marriage will not work if you don't know God. And God is love.
I just want to focus on my purpose and just live a purpose-driven life.
Okay? You don't want to get
Do you
married.
think marriage is meant for everybody?
It's not meant for everybody.
No.
It's not. It's better for you not to get married than to get married.
But because we are not able to,
But people who know what marriage is all about and get into marriage, they are getting into marriage because they know two are better than one. And definitely two are better than one. And just like the Bible said, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. It's all going to be favor. Left and right and center.
yeah.
Undefeated. They're going to be champion. But if you can do all of these things, take all of this bullshit, it's better for you to be single. It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. He said it's better for you to be single than get married because what comes with marriage is too much.
But if you know that you're not able to have self-control, then it's better for you to marry.
No.
Meaning to not fornicate, yes?
No.
Yes.
No.
That's what it says. I just read it the other day. That's what it says. It is better.
Say that one more time. Put that mic close to you. No, the one. Yeah. Say that one more time. I want everybody to hear what you're saying. What do you say? If you
don't have the discipline to refrain from sin, fornication, then
okay.
then God instructs you to marry.
Yeah, get married.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. If you get married and you have this spirit of fornication in you, you're still gonna go out there and mess up.
Yeah.
So I think God is talking about people who have that urge, to get intimate with somebody.
Yeah.
Get married and get intimate. That's what that scripture is telling you. I think so. Get married and get intimate with somebody if you have the urge to get intimate. Because getting intimate with somebody outside marriage is sinful.
It's sinful.
Yeah. So he's not talking about people with that spirit of fornication that they should get married, because those people with spiritual fornication, when they get married, they're still going to be fornicating outside marriage.
Yeah.
And bringing in more devil, more demons into your house.
Yeah.
We have come to the end of this